Hi, I'm Paul from PSI Marine and I'm going to give you my 5 top tips for checking your electrical system on your vessel before you go out sailing. Tip number 1, battery system. Make sure that your batteries are fully charged and that they're holding a charge, and make sure that once the engine is started that you're reading a correct output from the alternator, so your battery voltage should read around about 14.5 volts. If you do have a problem with your battery system, if you can't instantly replace the batteries whilst you're there, call a specialist in to test and check the battery system. They can then advise you of what to do going forward. Tip 2, your navigation equipment and VHF radio. Make sure that your systems all power up, that you're getting a GPS fix on your navigation equipment, that your VHF radio is on and working, and if necessary, make a call to your local marina to test your VHF before you go out. Your navigation and VHF system should be kept up to date, certainly with software on your chart plotters. If it doesn't power up, if you have an issue there or you're not getting a GPS fix, please call your local specialist. They'll come down and assess the problem and advise you the best course of action. Tip number 3, always make sure that any electrical equipment that you're going to need whilst you're out is working, such as your bow thruster and your anchor windlass. If either of these are not working, this could be due to a fault on the battery system. If your anchor isn't working, then definitely don't go out. You may need to use your anchor in an emergency, so it would be something that you would need to get somebody in to look at. If your bow thruster isn't working, this isn't necessarily an essential piece of equipment, just makes life a little bit easier on the boat. Have it checked by a professional once you get back in. Tip number 4, always test your navigation lighting. Even if you're going out during the day, you may end up caught out in fog or after dark. You need to make sure that it is working before you go out. If you've got any navigation lights that aren't working, most of the time if they're easily accessible, then by all means you can unscrew the cover, gain access to the bulb. Sometimes it's dirty connections on the bulb, just clean them up with a little bit of sandpaper, or replace the bulb. If neither of those work, then you're at the point that you need to get someone in to look at them. Tip number 5, if you get the opportunity, always test your bilge pumps either via their automatic float switch or a manual switch, which is usually found in the boat. If it isn't working on the automatic switch, then that is something that you need to have looked at a later date, but the automatic switches are fairly easy to replace with just some basic hand tools. If it isn't working at all, then go to your local marine electrician. They'll be able to advise you of whether the pump's faulty or what it is that's causing your problem and what to do after that.